You're all excited because you just bought a brand new GoPro Hero 2. And you're all excited for many reasons, but one of the many reasons is because of the fact that it actually has an external microphone input. You can actually plug in an external microphone right into this to get superior quality audio out of this camera. Only thing is that when you actually went and plugged in or put the camera in the case, you realize there's a little bit of a dilemma. You said to yourself, wait a minute, how am I going to plug in an external microphone when it's in the case? And you can't mount the camera without putting it in this case. So there is the dilemma. How do you get in there? Well, if you're running late on your Lamborghini payments or Ferrari payments and you can't afford the skeleton case, which you can buy on Amazon, it's only like $39 or something like that, so it's not that much money. But you know, if you're running late on your Ferrari payments, you may have to resort to other standards. I'll tell you what you do. You get out your marquee card or call Blue Star Jets, get on a private jet, fly out to the Virgin Islands, fly out to St. Croix. You see anybody on a motorcycle, what you want to do is you want to ask them for the Phantom. The Phantom, right? Phantom is an awesome stunt rider in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Get him to do a wheelie and startle a driver in the car. And have that driver in the car run over your GoPro camera. The trick is you got to have the GoPro camera outside of the case. So when the car gets startled by the Phantom and they destroy your camera, you'll still have this case, which is intact because the camera wasn't in the case, right? So now you've got an extra case. So you fly back home, and then you got to break out some tools. Put the camera aside and get out bad boy like this. This is the Rockwell. It's a 12-volt cordless drill. Got a nice little light there. Then you want to get a bit like this. It's a little small bit. This is just something to market. So basically what I did here is I'm going to take this camera, put it in there, make sure the lens lines up so it's in the right position. So there's where the microphone input's going to be when the camera's in there, right? Close it up. And so there it is. Then I just went and I just scratched the little hole right there where the microphone input would be. And then the next thing I did is I went ahead and I grabbed one of my cables for my microphones. So here's one of the microphones that I use. This is actually a Rode microphone. So I'm looking at the diameter, the approximate diameter of this plug, right? Went to my drill bit set and found something that's kind of similar. If you look at these, the diameters are kind of close. So I'm going to go with that, all right? So now we're just going to break out the drill here. I'm going to start by drilling a starter hole. Big trick is you want to make sure the camera's not in the case when you're doing this. Take the camera out, you don't want to drill the camera. Then you want to rotate it around, find where you made your hole. Now if you're not a cheapskate like me, you'll have a proper workbench with clamps and stuff to hold this, but I don't, so I'm just going to go ahead and drill right in here. Put on some goggles. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to go and try to make a bigger hole. This may be too big of a jump to make, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. One trick is you want to keep checking the alignment of the hole with how the camera is, right? You want to keep putting the camera in there and checking it. Let's plug this in here. Not quite the diameter we need. This needs to be a little bit wider, but it's going right in the hole, so we're lined up pretty good. Looking pretty good. Let's get a wider, let's get our biggest drill bit here, and that should do the trick. All right, so I think that big bit did the trick for us. Now let's go ahead and put the camera inside our new DIY sort of case. Let's get off some of this plastic in here so it doesn't scratch the camera. Alright. Go ahead and stick this in here. Stick it right in there. And there you go. DIY. Do it yourself, buddy. So now I can save $39 by doing this for another Lamborghini payment. There you have it. Good to go. Now you may want to put some kind of grommet on there. Go to Home Depot. Maybe you can figure something out that you can put like a little grommet to add back the waterproof nature of the case. Thing is, for that, you're going to probably want to have a little bit of a wider hole to fit the grommet and to fit this through it. So now you're getting really creative. But this is enough for me. I'm good to go. If you're watching Carlyle's Picks, if this was helpful for you, then please show some support and subscribe. Thank you for watching. You're watching Carlyle's Picks.